Everybody, welcome to another episode of Dr. Cammy and Karen Go Keto, where we're working on getting our life from the standard American diet through the keto carnivore realm up into a carnivore diet, where we have found lots of improvements with energy and focus and working on going that way. And today we're talking about Karen's gym dilemma. All right, take it away, Karen. What's going on with the gym?
All right. So it's not even really a gym dilemma. It is how to create new rituals so that I don't spend money eating out all the time. And so I think part of it is I've been going back and forth about, do I join a gym? Do I not join a gym? I'm not really interested in working out. And maybe I would maybe do a little strength training. Of course, I could do strength training here too, but I would like to be maybe a little stronger so that I could help lift my mom better. So that's something I could benefit from a gym. I always used to swim when I was a member before. I do like to do swimming. And the thing that I'm struggling with, and I've had a conversation with my professional organizer that I am signed up with and with Chat GPT. And they're both like, yeah, join this gym. And I'm thinking about joining the Lifetime Fitness gym. And the thing is, it is 30 minutes away and is 30 minutes there and 30 minutes back. The good news is it opens at 4 in the morning. And since I'm a morning person, and those are usually good days for me because my brother and my mom will be sleeping here. And that way I can't go to breakfast until 6 o'clock because that's when Mrs. V's opens. I I could make my own breakfast, but that why I go to Mrs. V's. Chat has helped me figure out the details of this. And that is Mrs. V's, or going out for breakfast, is a sanctuary, right? It's a place for me to decompress, to plan, and to be away from the house, because if I'm here at the house, I'm always on call for my mom, right? Even if my brother is sleeping in the same room with her, I have my door open and I listen for her. And if I hear her cry out, then I will go and see how she's doing. And of course, I feel like I should be doing that because my brother takes care of her a lot during the day. So let him sleep and I can take care of her, especially since I am getting up early. But usually she's asleep, usually they're both asleep between 4 and 6 o'clock in the morning. So I could, if I wake up 4 or 5 o'clock, which is a normal time for me to wake up, I could go down to the Lifetime Fitness. I can listen to my motivational YouTubes or other motivational stuff on my way there. I can listen to, educational or motivational stuff on my way back. And then I don't have to be doing social media during the rest of the day, right? So that's another plus. And that is one of the things that I do kind of when I sit at Mrs. V's too. And I write in my journal and I plan my schedule every morning. And then, so there are benefits to that. I mean, and I actually find that that's the critical thing. The thing is, it's so expensive, and I want to start really cutting back on those expenses. So it would be a lot cheaper to join the gym, but the gym is $189 a month. I could go to a different gym. I could go to the Center Club gym, which is nearby, closer, only 12 minutes away, and that's only $99. It's not as nice. It doesn't have as much appeal to me, but it does have all of the same amenities because what they do have
It
is
has the pool.
workspaces. Yeah, they have the pool. The the Lifetime Fitness has an outdoor pool, has more like workspace area, but I don't need a lot of workspace area. I just need a little workspace area because I have thought, well, I could go to a library, but there's no library open at 4 o'clock in the morning or even 6 o'clock in the morning, even 8 o'clock in the morning. And those are that's prime time for me to be doing those things. And I did drive the other day. I did a rough run. And when I did the run, I went down there, I talked to somebody there, and then I came back and I just didn't feel that it fit. I just didn't feel like it was a ritual that I could really put into place very easily. Possibly because it felt so foreign,
Like
but
different and like some discomfort.
yeah,
Karen,
but
that
I
word.
kind of felt like it really, because what I really want it to do is be the replacement for eating out.
Well, that's going to be difficult
Why?
because it's new, it's different. You really hold that, eating out in your heart.
Yeah, but I eat out for all the reasons that I just said, not so much for the food.
Well, what if you did it half and half? What if you said, you'd eat out 3 times a week and you'd go to the gym twice a week and you would just
Well,
do
then I
that?
still have a huge expense. I mean, then it's just increasing my
But
expenses
you
too
just do
much.
that short term. You just do that for 3 months.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think maybe I'll try a rough run today of going to Center Club,
I
checking that
think the
out
center
again.
club is the way to go. 12 minutes versus 30, but it depends on,
But see,
you
then
know,
I don't have the time to do the whole
listen to a
motivational
video
listening.
and
And
all
yeah,
that.
because I
Yeah,
always look
yeah.
for a video that's going to be the same length as my trip,
Right, right.
right? And so it's easier to find, and it doesn't have to be the complete time, right? It can be a 25-minute video gets me a 30-minute drive. But if it's a 12-minute drive, then it can only be like a 7 or 8-minute video. And then I don't feel like I'm getting the same. And I suppose if they don't have an initiation fee, I could just try it for a month or two. I just don't want to end up. See, here's the thing. I don't want to end up signing up and going, coming back, spending all my morning doing that, and then coming back and deciding I want to eat out too.
Do they
So
have
my big,
omelets or anything at the gym? Don't they have
I
a little?
I don't think they do at that time of the morning.
What if you did what I did, what I do, where I just make, like, cheesy eggs with some bacon at home, and then you bring it with you to the gym, and then you go down to the gym and you swim, and then I'm sure they have a place there where you can heat up your little cheesy eggs and eat them before you
You
come
just
home.
totally don't listen. I totally don't like to heat up food. Totally, I do not eat that food. I would rather fast than heat up cheesy eggs. If I'm going to make cheesy eggs, I'm going to eat them right then. So
Sorry.
that's the thing. I don't do the Mrs. V's so much because I want that food. And I did make and I'm not so interested in actually even doing the swimming, right? It's like it's sitting there and doing all the other stuff and being away and being able to relax and not be on call. And so, but I just don't know if I can change that routine. I don't know if changing the routine is the thing that it's sort of like you giving up the sugar, right? It's like you can give up the sugar, if you don't give up all of the sugar, it's only going to affect your body. If I don't give up the food, I mean, if I don't go give up Mrs. V's, it's just going to affect my pocketbook.
And how much do you think you spend at Mrs. V's a month?
Well, I spend $37 a day. So it doesn't take long to add up,
Yeah.
obviously. Now I don't eat at Mrs. V's every day, but there's always probably at least $35
Okay,
a
but
day.
if you're going to the gym, wouldn't it be the same then to wouldn't it be about the same amount of money if you went to the gym twice a week instead of going to Mrs. V's? I mean, because that would be $60 times 4, 240, and you're only paying 189.
Yeah, but where am I eating then?
You don't eat, you just fast, or you.
Yeah, see, I have to cut out Mrs. V's more. I think I have to cut out Mrs. V's completely.
I think that's going to be too hard to do.
I know.
So don't do that. Don't plan that.
Well,
Just
the
cut.
question is, can I create that schedule or create the schedule with Center Club and practice? I mean, here's the thing. It's nice practicing now because it's nice weather, right? It's not
Mhm,
travel
mhm.
issues.
Do it now. Yeah. Now is good. I would
So so maybe
consider.
it is. I mean, it's only $189 a month for the club. So if it doesn't work for 2 months, all I'm out, I mean, technically all I'm out is what is that? 80 and 80 is $360. It's a dollar a day if it doesn't work. Dollar extra a day if it doesn't work. If everything
How are
else
you going
remains
to
the
eat
same.
if you don't eat at Mrs. V's? When and how are you going to eat?
Well, that's the thing because I'm changing up my schedule. I did get a steak from the farmer's market the other day. Did I tell you this?
No,
I bought a steak at the farmer's market, so it's grass fed, I think grass finished. And it was so much better than the Aldi steak, the Aldi ribeye.
really.
It
Isn't
was,
the Aldi ribeye grass fed?
it is, but it's just a much better steak.
Wow.
I mean, maybe because it didn't have to walk very far because it's from a local farmer.
Mhm.
I don't know. But I was really surprised because sometimes, there's a gaminess or sometimes that leaner meat is just not it tastes different than what we're used to. And I was expecting that. That was one of my fears of, because that was an expensive steak. Aldi's is about $17 and this one was $26, but this one was also bigger. And I was just, I mean, I just enjoyed it so much more than the Aldi steak. So there's that. I mean, I could try to do that, right? Like cook it only takes how long? 20 minutes to cook the steak. It's a half an hour to start from starting to eating. I can eat it in 10 minutes. So do I, like, is it that I have to eat my food and belong in my little community? Or can I have my little community decompression chamber and then eat my food? That's the quandary.
You mean be in your community at the gym?
Yeah. Because I do like the idea that there are people around. I mean, technically, I can even just try 1 month. I just don't know if 1 month is a good enough time
Well,
period to try to
personally, I
change your.
like the idea of you going to a gym because I'm concerned about that. You don't do weight bearing exercise. You don't do cardio a lot. I mean, you're very physical and you move around and stuff, but as my good friend, I'd love to see you doing some more physical activity. But I think just, starting, just do it twice a week. Just go to Mrs. V's 3 times. Go to Mrs. V's on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or just a couple of, maybe at least one day gets screwed up because of planning or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing is that, the scheduling is always different with Kevin.
Stuff
So,
happens, but at
yeah.
least why don't you try twice a week going to the gym, twice a week going to the Mrs. V's, and then maybe a third time when it comes in or whatever. It just takes time, energy, and commitment to have the food at home and to cook it and to eat it.
Yeah.
I like cooking at home because I know what I'm going to eat. I know that they're not putting some kind of crappy seed oil on my steak or something. I mean, I just like eating at home that for that reason. I don't really like the way that I cook my steak either. I have to start changing it up because I eat it always I never most of the time I don't eat it when I cook it.
Yeah.
I cook it and then I have it ready in the fridge at all times and I don't really like eating it that way.
Well, Steak and Butter Gal, Bella, she says ground beef. So you might like ground beef cooked and cold better than a steak.
That's a great idea.
And I think, and because also she says that the rendered fat in ground beef, don't drain it,
Yeah.
but don't eat it when it's wet or, liquid. That's why you chill it in the refrigerator. And then she'll either eat it chilled or she'll eat it, she'll take some of it out and eat it room temperature.
Oh,
And
she doesn't warm it up.
no,
Wow.
yeah. And I think that Dr. Kiltz eats a lot of stuff raw, but I think that the ground, I know that from my own personal experience, I think it's easier to eat ground beef. And I think she says she doesn't cook it all the way through. There's just a tiny bit of pink left,
Uh-huh.
as opposed to, like when they say brown it and making it crispy, but might not make a difference.
We solved your problem, but I would encourage you to
You
be
know,
able
I think I'm just going to try it.
try it and just it'll be so fun.
And
We can
my
do
goal is going to
videos
be to
on it.
do every day that I can, provided Kevin's schedule works with it.
So what is the commitment that you're going to make?
I'm going to go sign up.
But like twice a week and then twice a
No,
week the
every day.
restaurant?
No, it's going to be every day. And if I can make my schedule in a good way, I could still eat the Aldi steaks and I could go to Aldi on my way done with the gym, right? When I check out of the gym, go to Aldi, get a steak. Then as I drive home, let it come to room temperature and then I can just cook it up and eat it. And then the morning ritual will be done and I'll be able to move forward to eat, to do the rest of the day.
That's a big commitment to go every day. And then you're going to just quit Mrs. V's cold turkey?
Yeah, I mean, I might throw in Mrs. V's in there once a week or every 2 weeks or something like that because I'd like to see the people there
Sure.
until I'm done with them.
All right. So today is June. Is today
June
June
1st.
1st?
Yeah,
When are you gonna sign up today?
I think so. I can sign up online. I can't go today or tomorrow because Kevin's going to be gone. Well, I guess technically I could go today once he gets home, but he's not getting home until noon.
All right, girl. Karen
It's today.
signs up for gym.
Is today Saturday or Sunday?
Today's Sunday.
Okay.
We will see how it goes in our next video,
We will see. Well, maybe not our
which is
next one.
Wednesday. So in 3 days.
I'll be definitely have gone to. I'll get definitely try to be going Tuesday and Wednesday, but I know I'm not doing.
Bye-bye, girl.
All
All
right.
right.
That's where we're at, guys.
Take it easy. We'll see you
Maybe I'll be
later.
a gym rat the next time you see the video.
We'll buy you a shirt that says carnivore gym rat. Bye.
Bye.